Surface preparation is vital to the successful application of BetterMud spray-on cross-linking sealer. Make sure the surface is free from efflorescence, tar, oil, sealers, paint, mastic, glue, and any other material that would prevent the BetterMud from absorbing into the concrete surface. If the concrete has a hard troweled or slick finish surface, be careful not to oversaturate the surface. Apply 2 light coats over hard troweled surfaces and use a light bristle broom to work the material into the surface without letting the product puddle or dry on the surface. For the best cleaning results, BetterMud recommends using Watermark Solutions concrete etch powder, which can be diluted with water for standard cleaning or broadcast and brushed into areas that are heavily contaminated. Once the clean concrete surface dries to the point where there is no water visible on the surface of the concrete is ready to receive the first application of the spray-on BetterMud. BetterMud should be evenly applied in rows using a fan tip on your sprayer. After spraying a few rows, step back into the treated area and apply a second coat to the areas that soak up the most material and seem to be drying faster than the rest of the concrete. Continue applying the BetterMud spray-on sealer until the areas that soaked up the material or dried quickly have absorbed enough BetterMud to retain a consistently damp appearance. It could take more than 3 to 5 applications in some cases where the concrete is extremely weak and or porous. Working through sections of the floor is the best approach, rather than trying to do a large area all at once. After completing a section, use a soft bristle broom to evenly distribute wet-looking areas or areas that appear to be puddling. The idea is to get the BetterMud to soak into the surface and not dry on the surface. Caution: oversaturated or puddled areas can produce a gel that will remain on the surface and dry. The dried chemical byproducts that result from applying too much of the BetterMud spray will need to be removed with a pressure washer or perhaps a grinder before the surface can be covered using coatings, sealers, stains, mastic, or a thin set. After the concrete has been evenly treated with BetterMud, allow the treated area to dry to the point where the surface looks damp or dry. Once the initial spray treatment has soaked in, you will need to continue to drive the material into the surface by wetting the area down with a garden hose. The re-wetting of the treated concrete needs to be done at least once an hour for 3 hours after the spray-on BetterMud was first applied. Note: the important thing to remember is that the purpose of the water is to perpetuate a chemical reaction that would otherwise stop if we didn't continue to wet down the concrete and drive the reaction for 3 hours. Caution: inspect your treated concrete slab after 24 hours. BetterMud has been known to purge chemicals, salts, oil, etc. out of the treated concrete. If this occurs, use the same cleaning methods you first used to remove any impurities that were purged out of the concrete, and then retreat those isolated areas with the spray-on BetterMud material. Most of the time, when impurities are purged out of the concrete, they appear in isolated areas. You don't have to clean and retreat the entire floor, just the areas where the impurities surfaced. BetterMud suggests 2 cleaning products: Watermark's concrete etch powder and TSP, also known as trisodium phosphate. While TSP works well to remove efflorescence, TSP is not always available because of local environmental restrictions. If TSP is available, you will find it in the paint or cleaning sections at Home Depot or Lowe's. To buy Watermark Solutions concrete etch powder, contact watermarkaz@gmail.com or call 602-368-4298.